Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you're watching this. We are going to flow. We are Friday flow. So let's turn off our phones and so say slip into something a little bit more comfy and head towards the mat. Okay. And if you haven't met the Sugar Girl, Sugar is like the perfect yoga dog because this is what she does during yoga. It's so awesome. All right, so let's take a moment and just really settle in. Allowing ourselves to really settle in here. And we're going to focus on the neck and shoulders. So allow yourself to pause. Allowing yourself to take a deep breath. And remember, one of the best ways you can take a deep breath is to exhale fully. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale fully. 3 more like that. Inhale through the nose. Last inhale, exhale. What brings you to the mat today? How are we finding ourselves? What are you coming with? What are you presenting with in your body, in your mind, in your spirit? Perhaps it's something you just talked about, but perhaps it's something deeper. So let's take about 30 seconds and turn on that really deep inner listening. How am I? How am I really? And as always, we want to be asking this not from a heady place, not from an intellectual place, but how am I really? We want to be noticing the feelings. What feeling tone are you sitting with today? So as we've been talking about with the sutras, we have been talking about this idea that who am I beyond my thoughts? If I didn't think these thoughts, who would I be? If I didn't have these beliefs, if I didn't have these judgments, if I didn't have this perspective, who would I be? And how much am I because of my thoughts? The Yoga Sutras tell us that when we go below those thought patterns, those vrittis, those chattery monkey mind, we reside in our truest nature, our truest nature. So for today, very deep thought. I want you to ponder that. What is your truest nature? And I mean you, right? Who are you beyond your chattering monkey mind? So let's take a minute and ponder. If I wasn't thinking these particular thoughts, if I didn't hold these particular beliefs, who would I be? And what is my truest nature? So, again, depending upon what you came in with, what is the feeling tone of your body, mind, and spirit right now? And what is that true nature for you? What is that truest nature for you? The way I always think of it is I'm the space between the stars. I'm that space between the stars. That's the true nature. What is yours? And that's something we can ponder over the next weeks. Coming into those ideas, what do you need from our practice today? Bring your palms to touch. What do you need from this practice today? How can this practice best serve you for where you are right now, body, mind, and spirit? So we'll take one more minute here, anchoring our mental state by bringing in a mantra, a 1 or 2 word phrase, as we flow through our neck and shoulders. When you have your intention today, please drop your head, open your eyes, see those beautiful fingertips. Remember the promise that you're making, and then gently release your hands and take your gaze forward. And let's start to open these shoulders here. So we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, palms up and palms down. Let's do that 4 more times. Up we go, and down we go. Up we go, and down. What are you doing in that back body? 2 more. And if this is too much for you, back off, of course. This time we're going to take and fold our right hand behind our head. Take the palm of your hand and put it on your back. Hold that elbow in place. And we're just going to stretch through that side here, leaning to the left. As always, we're plugging in the ribs. Keep the head pressing against that forearm. Keep the head on top. Two more deep breaths. True nature. What is yours? Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, come on down. We're going to do that again. We're going to do that again. Take that same arm up, that right elbow bends, and we're going to hold our head in. Some of you can close this opposite shoulder, and maybe we're not going to work on holding the hands together. I'm going to flip around. We're just noticing. We're going to get closer as we flow today, but just wherever you are right now. 3. Taking your head towards that right elbow, and let that left side open up. 3. 2. Good. And up we go. Release the top, release the bottom, and roll those shoulders, roll those shoulders, roll those shoulders. 4. And other way, 5. Do you feel it all moving? 4, 3, and 2. Good. And 1. Let's take it up again and down just another time, just to open it up in a balanced way. Good. Taking that left elbow to bend, holding there, putting the head right on top, anchor that left sits bone, and now reach. Push your head into that forearm, really open. And if it feels pinchy or tweaky, back off. So nice, right? 3. Keep pushing your head into the hand. 4. And 5. Good. Come on up. We're going to do it again, right? We're going to go right back up, bend that elbow, close this other shoulder. And we don't need to worry about grabbing the fingers unless you can easily. And we're going to hold here and maybe leaning the ear towards that left shoulder so you can just check and see what's going on that right side of your neck. Again, we're not asking the head to tell us what's going on. We want to notice it with our emotion. What is the feeling tone? What does it cause you emotionally to feel? And literally, what does the feeling feel like? How would you describe the sensation? 2. Good. And come on back up, and we will release the top arm, and we will release the bottom arm, and we're going to take them up and drop them. Take them up. 7 more. Is it challenging to drop? 5. Maybe do 1 time. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Arms open. Give yourself a big old hug. Big old hug. Feel how your shoulder blades are moving from the spine, maybe even leaning forward a little bit. Tuck the chin to the throat. I like to start off by just noticing what I'm showing up with. That way I know how I'm going to move. Open your arms. Let's take the left arm on top. Big opening here. Chin to throat. Good. And gently come on up. Beautiful. All right, let's take ourselves over and let's get on the mat. Let's have blocks nearby the front. And we're going to just take ourselves into hands and knees and puppy pose. Keep your hips right above your knees and find the forehead here and play around with palms down and palms up. Palms down and palms up. How does it feel? Deep, deep, deep breaths. 3 more. Heading towards dolphin pose now. Bring your elbows together, palms touching if you want to. Push those wrists down and then float those armpits up. Feel yourself lifting. Here we go. Exhale. Up we go. Inner thighs are rolling back and our head is not on the mat. It's just falling towards the floor. Press those fingers together. Keep dropping that head. What are you? Who are you without the chattering thoughts? It's a fun ponder. 2. And gently come on down. Let's head towards dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Finding that alignment here. And up we go.
turbo dog now. We're going to float those armpits up, up, and away. Bend those elbows like you're going to put them on the ground, and then straighten, and then bend them and straighten. Last one, bend them and straighten, and holding here. Or some of you will take your right hand and touch the left knee. One arm dog. Really nice way to release that neck. If you're doing that, you're going to switch sides. If you're not doing that, you're going to enjoy your dog, whatever you're doing. Lining up them bones. Long neck here. 3. And back to dog. 2. And when you're ready, we're going to walk it forward. Standing forward fold here. Breathe deeply. And now take your hands and interlace them behind your head and see if you can gently pull the head to the floor, not too hard, just gently, and move the shoulders to the sky. Keep your eyes open for balance. Two more deep breaths. So nice. One more. And we're going to strong, powerful legs. Come all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And inhale, exhale, back to mountain. Here's what we're going to do today. We're going to move through Surya Namaskar C, Sun Salute C. This is a very fast moving vinyasa. So if you would, or Sun Salute, if you would prefer to do the Sun Salute A, you'll work on that, or you'll just hold in those poses. Okay. So Sun Salute C, nice and quick. Some of you will stay and hold. Okay. Here we go. Finding your mountain pose, head sitting right on top, hands down by your sides, and we're just going to connect. Head is sitting right on top. Back of head is right over the lower back. Try to reach for the floor. Reach for the floor. See if you can touch the floor. Really long neck. Did anybody touch the floor? Reach it, reach it, keep reaching. This is very active. You're not locking the elbows, but you're really actively grabbing that floor as the crown of the head is floating up. 3 and 2. And here we go. Surya Namaskar C. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Let that head go. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees and step back that left heel so that you're in a lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Now, some of you will stay here and enjoy it. Some of you are going to go right through a vinyasa. Whatever you need to do. Everybody now go to downward dog. Or stay there and bring your left heel forward. Back to the lunge. Holding here for 5 breaths, or again, you're going through that vinyasa. Everybody now, downward dog. Beautiful. Gently walk, jump, or float your feet up. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, and exhale, reset. Again, please inhale. So you can be taking this as fast or as slow as you want. Inhale, halfway up, shooting the right leg back this time. Inhale, squeezing up. Bring your thumbs behind your head and close your elbows and hold for 5 breaths, really feeling that length, almost like the back of your head is going to the sky. Or those of you who want to go a little bit flowier, you'll go through whatever vinyasa you want. Taking that right leg forward now, squeeze those thighs together. Inhale, peel it up. And exhale, finding that position, holding for 5 breaths, or again, through that vinyasa. Everybody now, find that downward dog. You're trying to get some gravity help here. Gently walk, jump, or float your feet up back to a standing forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And exhale, hold. Taking your hands into prayer, pull them to the right, take your gaze to the left, and switch. 4 more. And switch. Ears are staying level. Just feels so good to connect the breath and the movement, right? 1 more. So good. And back to center. Last round, please. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend your knee. Take your right leg back. And this time, inhale, sweep, go ahead and put those thumbs behind you again. And instead of going through our vinyasa, we're going to hold here. We're going to dip 1 and straighten. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding down there, lift the front rib cage, lift the back rib cage, and lean back. See if you can find the back bend only from the very top of the back. Keep pressing into those thumbs. 3. Okay, either maybe go through a vinyasa or take your blocks, go through a vinyasa or step back into a plank pose and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right leg up this time. Squeeze and peel it up. Same thing. Take your thumbs behind the head. Close those elbows. Lift the back ribs. Tilt that pelvis back. And 5. Straighten. How's your breathing? Who are you without this tension? 3. Without these thoughts. 2. And holding here. Lean back. Again, finding the back bend in the upper back only. One more deep breath. Good. And hands coming down and step it back. 10 through the vinyasa or holding. 9, 8, 7, 6. Float those armpits up. 4, 3, 2, knees down. And we're going to find a little bit of an upward dog here. Tilt the front of the pelvis back. Really bring your chin parallel to the floor. And now gazing forward, drop the chin, look down, and then gaze forward and look up. Gaze forward, chin down, and up. 3 more. You're really trying to lift out of the wrists. And 2. And beautiful downward dog. See if you can use some gravity help here. How's your breathing? So some of you who are feeling a little playful, lean into that left hand, take your block up and reach it. Just swing it, just moving that arm. keeping it right across that chest line. If you're not doing this, just continue your downward dog. One more. And back. Push up position, maybe knees down again, finding upward dog, and back up to downward dog. If you need to take a child's pose rest, do it. Left hand up, reach it through, and reach it up. It's like eye of the needle. Keep dropping that head. 3. And 4. Feels so good on the shoulder. And one more. Good. Hands down. Again, a vinyasa, or going right to upward dog for our tilts. 1 and 2. And 3 and 4. Beautiful. And 5. Go ahead and sit back here and let's check in. How you breathing? How's everything going? Take a pause. 3 more breaths. Just notice your breathing body, turning on that deep inner listening. Okie dokie, let's go. Take yourself into hands and knees again, and we're going to take our left leg up and step it through and peel yourself up. Heel to arch a line. We're going to do what we did in the beginning. Reach your arms up and exhale down. Reach up and down. Just moving those shoulders up and down. 2 more. Scratch your nose and up. Go ahead and fold that right hand. Now bring all your weight into that left foot. I'm sorry, fold that right arm and bring all your weight into that right leg. And we're going to reach over for our triangle pose and see if we can extend here. The block is there if you need it. And just really lean that head into that forearm. You know we're plugging into that left big toe. You know you're swiveling that outer left hip. And we're really stretching through the side body. 3 deep breaths. Lean into it. 2. One more deep breath. Good. Bend your left knee. Inhale, sweep it up. Gently unfold it and go to stand in mountain pose, or some of you go through your vinyasa. Use that gravity. Use that gravity. You're moving those armpits. You're turning them towards the knees. You're turning them towards the ears. You're pressing through the thumb side of the hand. You're really floating the bottoms of the shoulder blades to the sky. 2 more deep breaths. Okay, left leg up. Really peel it up. Peel it up, peel it up, peel it up, and we'll switch sides.
We lost your audio, Kim.
I turned it off. Better? Okay.
Yeah, it's good now.
I don't know how I did that. Okay, here we go. Breathing. Thank you, Mary. Stretch it out. What are you noticing here? Keep pushing your head into the hand. We want to keep that arm, shoulder right open. Now, one more deep breath. And then a soft bend, peeling it up again. Maybe you'll close that hip. Maybe you'll go to down dog. Maybe you'll float through that vinyasa. Five deep breaths, really deep. Can you use this gravity? Okay, here comes a big challenge, and we're going to find a place for everybody. When you're ready, walk or jump your feet forward. Come to your standing forward fold again. Interlace your fingers behind your head and gently pulling the head as you're moving the shoulders to the sky. So just creating length in that neck stem from the shoulder blades all the way up to the middle of your head. If you wanted to sway here, you could sway here. One more breath. And then slowly, 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 slowly up we go. Okay, so here's our challenge, and it's a challenge. We're going to take 2 blocks, and we're going to take a strap for some of us, and we're going to go into the Garudasana in Warrior 3. So it's a very challenging pose. So I want to just break down the lessons and then let everybody do their thing. Okay. Number one, we know that we want to keep that kneecap over the second, third toe, right? We know that that has to happen in order to keep the knees and the hips safe. So as we go into this Warrior 3 pose, we want to make sure this is staying where it is, right? We don't want to turn it. Watch my foot. That's what a lot of people will do. The other thing a lot of people will do is they'll take this leg too far over, and that's going to throw you in balance. So what's really important is that you're keeping yourself in that 90-degree angle. Back is flat. Okay. But we're going to do it with cow arms. So it's a challenge. It's a fun challenge though. So we're going to take the strap in the right hand. Now my shoulder can go up, my shoulder can go down. So just play with that. This is feel tight. And then give yourself a pat on the back here. Some of us can put our head right in that nook. Okay, maybe that's you. And then the very precarious shoulder is this one. So you want to be careful with that close, and you want to grab that strap. And on this first round, we want to feel like we're pulling the hands away from each other. So we want to feel like we're pulling the hands away. So try to break that strap. Some of you don't need the strap, and you can interlace those fingers. Okay, now again, look here for a moment. If I tip my head over, I'm actually not doing myself any good because I'm working my neck muscles. By putting my head on top, my neck can relax a little bit. Okay, so we have our left elbow in the air and our right elbow down. Let's talk about this for a moment. So my left shoulder blade is wrapping around to the ear. My left shoulder blade is moving away from the ear. I'm mirroring you, so you're doing the opposite of me. The bottom elbow, your right elbow, is moving towards the spine. Okay, so this is all the neck stem. The neck is free. Left elbow reaches to the sky, right elbow reaches to the floor. Okay, you're either using the strap or you're interlaced your fingers. Now we're going to face the front. Now, depending upon what you have happening for you today, you may decide that this is enough of the shoulders and you want to just work on your balance. So you would release those arms and use the blocks. Otherwise, you're going to do both. So we have our left elbow in the sky, which means we're going to step the left leg back. Okay, so we want to have that diagonal line from the elbow in the sky is the opposite leg is forward. That's going to help us with balance. Now find something to look at. Keep your kickstand and start to take yourself over. Keep your head pressing into that forearm. Keep your head pressing into the arm. 2 breaths. And gently come on out. And come on out. Good. And roll. Let's drop the ear to the shoulder, right ear to right shoulder. And like we started, try to reach for the floor. Let some of that go. Really actively reaching. Roll the chin to the chest, other side, actively reaching. Take these breaks. Good. And shake it out, switching sides. So you know how long we stayed there last time. We want to do that again. Take the strap in your right hand. Give yourself a pat on the back. Close that left shoulder and walk your strap. Pull the strap apart. Put your head right on top here. Push into the hands. Push into the forearm. Your right elbow is moving to the sky. The right shoulder blade is moving away from the spine. The left elbow is dropping to the floor. The left shoulder blade is moving towards the spine. All for the neck. And another thing I like to remind folks, make sure that the back of the neck, the lower part of the head, is pulling to the sky. So there's a little tiny humble tilt of the chin, just a tiny bit. We're pressing the head into that wrist, but we have a little humble chin. Who's got a little humble chin? Little humble chin. Okay, here we go. We're going to have opposite leg forward. So take that the same leg back. So if your right elbow's in the sky, you're taking that right leg back. Keep the kickstand level and take your time here. Keep pressing into that wrist. Warrior 3. Keep your alignment. 7. And beautiful. Come on up. Gently release that top arm. Gently release that bottom arm. Toss the strap away. And pause. Left ear to left shoulder. How's that feel? And take the other leg, the other ear down. Beautiful. 2 more big breaths. Just feel yourself here. Again, not from the intellect, but from the actual feelings that you're feeling. All right, let's vinyasa. Here we go. Heading to the floor now. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Hello, gravity friend. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant those hands, plant that intention, and inhale through your vinyasa. And we're going to go back to the thunderbolt, sitting there for a moment and pause. You could make a little bowl in your lap with your palms. Bring your spine as perpendicular to the floor as you can and drop those elbows and lift that head. 3 breaths. Beautiful. From here, depending upon where you are, you're going to either grab your interlaced fingers for yoga mudra or you're going to grab opposite elbows. Either one, and we're going to tip the chin down and up. Chin down. One more. And neutral. And then little circles with your nose. Other way, please. Not a big circle, just a little circle. 3 and 2 and 1. Now notice which arm is closer to you and release. Pause. And we'll switch. Bring the other arm close to you, or you're going back to that yoga mudra. This time we're going to drop the ear on the shoulder and hold. Elbows are moving down. Use that magical breath. One more big breath. Beautiful. And switcheroo, other side. One more deep breath. And stack that head back up on top, and we'll release the hands. Turn onto your bottom, please. Sitting up nice and tall. Scratch your ears. Okay, we're going to go again. Drop that left ear towards that left shoulder. Take that left arm up, and we're going to hold it here. Now, you can stay here and play. Some of you might want to find this what we call Barad's twist, where you've got the legs prepping. You're trying to bring the top of that foot inside the arch, if that works for you. If it doesn't, don't worry about doing it and just sit in your crisscross applesauce. The medicine is the breath. Really deep breaths here. 4. Really reaching this right hand too, finding full extension there. 1 more. Now, some of you who are with me in the Barad's twist, you're going to bring this left elbow down and drop the ear, and you can play here for the next 8 breaths, whatever you want to do to play. If you're in this posture, you're going to just do it this way. Either way, okay? 8 breaths. What do you need? That's what you're doing.
I love to take my arm up and over my ear and put a tennis ball underneath it. And as I'm reaching with my right Spider-Man hand, I'm dropping my right sits bone. Big stretch. You could turn your chin down to the floor. Feels so good to be in our bodies, doesn't it?
So nice. And when you're ready to come up, come up. There's no rush though. And go back to your crisscross applesauce. Maybe turning the head side to side. And stay here if you want to, or fold those legs into that Barad's twist again. And dropping opposite ear and taking that arm up and reaching. Just knowing where the body's talking. 2 more breaths. And when it's time for you to bring that elbow down, do so. And then again, playing here, whatever you want to do.
Good, very nice. And slowly.
Slowly come on up. Okay. And again, don't feel rushed. Last thing before we slow down, let's come back into or not back, but come into Baddha Konasana. We're going to have our 2 blocks nearby. So we're stretching from the pinky side, right? We really want to be stretching through the pinky side. Stand your left leg up, okay? Left leg up. And we're going to turn away from that left leg. We've got our blocks here. And what I want to do is this hip can come up if it wants to, but I want to be stretching all the way through my pinky. Big inhale, turning your belly to this knee. Exhale, start to walk it, walk it, walk it. This right hand is here for you to help the twist. So this elbow can stay bent. It's twisting you, okay? But this one is our stretching side. So whatever you need to do, I don't even want that block. You're going to reach. Hold that block, press into the pinky side of the hand. Keep this left knee standing up and breathe. The right hand is encouraging more of a twist. Drop that heavy old head. Two more big breaths. Okay, now come back. Hook your left knee and your left elbow together. Sit up nice and tall. Big inhale and exhale. Press these together as you turn away. So there's a nice little conversation happening between that elbow and that knee. Little humble tuck of the chin. The low ponytail is moving to the sky. And you don't need to worry about dropping that left sits bone. It can travel up if it needs to. Your choice. Three. Two. Good. And back to center. It's so yummy. So yummy. All right, switcheroo. Get your block. Stand up your right leg. Okay, really let that knee stand up. Take your other block if you need it. And again, this is our twisting arm. This is our resistance arm. This is our leaning away arm. Okay, here we go. Turning ourselves to this thigh. That hip can come up if it wants to, that sits bone. And we're going to reach out here. 8 breaths. Really stretching from the pinky. So nice. Come on back up. Okay, stand it up, hook it in, feel that conversation happening. If you need a block, take it with you, and we're going to twist. Two. Good. And back to center. So yummy. Very nice. And pause here for a moment. If there's anything that you want to do to get yourself organized or situated here, feel free to do so. Otherwise, we're just going to sit still and receive. Okay, last thing. Arms open, fingertips to the shoulders, belly is plugging in, and we're just going to turn. We're going to keep the chin right over the sternum here, and we're just going to twist just a little bit. Notice I'm not cranking it out, and notice I'm not holding it. I'm just doing little moves. We'll go about 12 more. Nice little massage. Can you feel where you're twisting? And 5, 4, 3, 2, come back to center, drop your arms, and now just turn the head back and forth 12 times. Keep it sitting on top, almost like you're pushing into that forearm like we've been doing. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and pause. How are you? So let's take ourselves down here for a comfortable Shavasana. You can do it however you want to do it. If you wanted to take a pillow, you could take a pillow and have the blocks underneath your knees like we've done before. But I might even say that this might be a nice opportunity to come into a fish pose and end. So especially if you're wanting to look for some energy here, you could have this low or medium. You could have it wide. I know everybody teaches this differently. And if you want to, just so you don't have to think about it, you'll take your legs in a strap, bring yourself right down, your head on the, oh, I'm sorry, Bubba. Take your head on the block, and you could fold this down however you want to. Shoulder blades are wide, arms are wide. Leaning into the strap here. And just let yourself receive this big chest opener. For the first bit, as you get focused here, I want you to spread your fingers, pressing all fingernails down. Elbows are lifted. Really feel that opening of your wings. Make any adjustments you want on the neck, really opening up. And then when you're ready, release those tension in the arms. Let the elbows drop. Let the fingers curl. And take a pause. Okay. Keep spreading your body out, letting yourself have this time. Is there somewhere you can even soften more? Is there any kind of gripping you have around the eyes, around the tongue, the throat? Who are you beyond these thoughts? That's what we want to find here in our Shavasana. And as I said, the space between the stars, what if you're the space between the breaths? You are everything, you are nothing. You are everything, you are nothing. You are all. What is that? Allow yourself to drop. And take this time now, take this 5 to 8 minutes to really let all this work we've done become part of you. So don't rush through this. Let this be a surrendering pose, a humble pose, a relaxing pose, letting go, letting go, letting go, and enjoy. Thank you so much for keeping your light on. It truly, truly matters. Deep bows to you all. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.